Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Naresh Mago with the Midday News. The headlines. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur calls upon media to put accuracy ahead of speed. Inaugurates 59th Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union General Assembly. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval highlights the role of ulema in countering radicalization. Campaigning for the first phase of assembly elections in Gujarat to end this evening. Legendary athlete P.T. Usha becomes first woman president of Indian Olympic Association. And in FIFA World Cup, Ecuador take on Senegal and the Netherlands face Qatar. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur says media make a deep impact on people's decision-making process, hence accuracy should be a priority in the minds of communicators rather than speed. He was speaking at the inaugural session of the 59th Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union ABU General Assembly and Associated Meeting 2022 in New Delhi today. Mr. Thakur said, All India Radio and Doordarshan have always stood by the truth, winning people's trust over the years.
Our public broadcasters, Doordarshan and All India Radio, have always stood by the truth and have won people's trust for their truthful reporting. Coming to today's theme, media's role during the time of crisis becomes very critical as it directly concerns saving lives. Media is at the core of national disaster management plans as dissemination of timely information on weather forecasts and warnings regarding cyclones, floods are critical in averting and preparing citizens for foreseen events.
The minister also appreciated All India Radio and Doordarshan for institutionalizing their mechanism to check facts before going to the masses. He underlines that during the COVID-19 pandemic, there was another challenge of what he called the infodemic.
With the spread of social media, fake news has also proliferated. In this background, presenting authentic information is the prime responsibility of the mainline media. The facts should be properly checked before they are put in the public domain. In the background of fake claims circulating in media during the COVID crisis, we established a fact-check unit in the Press Information Bureau of Government of India to counter unverified claims and present truth to the people.
Mr. Thakur said programs like ABU facilitate Indian media to interact and learn from the outer world to overcome such challenges and advance the interests of broadcasting globally. Speaking on the occasion, Prasar Bharati CEO Gaurav Dwivedi said this year's theme of ABU General Assembly, Serving the People, Media's Role in Times of Crisis, is apt, especially after facing a crisis like COVID. He hoped for a valuable outcome from the event. Prasar Bharati is hosting the ABU General Assembly, coinciding with the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to mark the 75th year of India's independence. The ABU is a non-profit professional association of the broadcasting organizations of Asia and Pacific region. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval has said that cross-border terrorism and ISIS-inspired terrorism continue to pose a threat. He was speaking at the conference on role of ulema in fostering a culture of interfaith peace and social harmony in India and Indonesia in New Delhi today. Highlighting the role of the ulema in the society, he said they play a vital role in spreading education among the Muslims and countering radicalization and extremism.
Both our countries have been victims of terrorism and separatism. While we have overcome the challenges to a considerable extent, the phenomenon of cross-border terrorism and ISIS-inspired terrorism continues to pose a threat. The aim of today's discussions is to bring together Indian and Indonesian ulema and scholars who can take forward our cooperation in promoting tolerance, harmony, and peaceful cooperation.
Addressing the event, Coordinating Minister for Political, Legal and Security Affairs of Indonesia, Professor Dr. Muhammad Mahfud, MD, said, ulema have contributed immensely in fostering a culture of interfaith peace and social harmony. He urged all to work together in creating a harmonious society. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said the soldiers have given a befitting reply to all challenges, including wars and counter-terrorist activities, with courage and promptness since independence. He was speaking during the 4th edition of the Armed Forces Flag Day Corporate Social Responsibility Conclave in New Delhi today.
हमारी नेशनल सिक्योरिटी को लेकर भी हम पूरी तरह से निश्चिंत रहते हैं, क्योंकि हमें अपनी सेनाओं पर पूरा भरोसा है और हमें यह अच्छी तरह मालूम है कि बॉर्डर्स पर हमारी सेनाएं भली भांति अपना कार्य कर रही हैं। चाहे भारत की अखंडता हो तो भारत की संप्रभुता की रक्षा का प्रश्न हो, इसमें जितने भी युद्ध हम लड़े या उसमें जीत हासिल करनी हो या फिर सीमा पार से ही आतंकी गतिविधियों का मुकाबला करना हो, हमारी आर्म्ड फोर्सेस ने बड़ी मुस्तैदी के साथ सभी चैलेंजेस का मुंहतोड़ जवाब दिया है।
Mr. Singh appealed to people to contribute generously to the Armed Forces Flag Day Fund. He launched a new website for the fund. The portal www.affdf.gov.in is an interactive and user-friendly portal developed to promote online contribution to the fund. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar says the rise of India is deeply linked with the rise of Indian technology. He was speaking at the 7th edition of the Global Technology Summit in New Delhi.
We cannot be agnostic about technology, and we have to stop pretending that there's something neutral about technology. Technology is no more neutral than economics or any other activity, whether it is data or oil. The fact is, more and more things are technologically driven, and we need to understand that there's a very strong political connotation which is inbuilt really into technology.
The theme of this year's summit is Geopolitics of Technology. The External Affairs Minister said the theme is timely as technology today is at the heart of geopolitics. He added that countries have fashioned their national security decisions by applying technology. Dr. Jaishankar said that one cannot be agnostic about technology. The 3-day summit is India's annual flagship event on geotechnology and is co-hosted by the Ministry of External Affairs and Carnegie India. The ministry said over the course of 3 days, the world's leading minds in technology, government, security, space, startups, data, law, public health, climate change, academics, and economy will debate vital questions related to technology and its future. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी, तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
Today is the last day of campaigning for the first phase of assembly elections in Gujarat. Campaigning will end at 5 p.m. Polls will take place on the 1st of December. Voting will be held on 89 assembly seats spread over Saurashtra, Kutch and South Gujarat. 788 candidates are contesting in the first phase. Meanwhile, campaigning for the second phase has intensified. BJP President JP Nadda is addressing public meetings in Dahod and Vadodara. Senior party leader and Home Minister Amit Shah is also addressing election rallies at Dahod, Kheda and Ahmedabad districts today. More from our correspondent.
Senior leaders of BJP, including Union Minister Smriti Irani, Parshottam Rupala and Mansukh Mandaviya, are on the campaign trail of the state today. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath held a roadshow at Panchmal and addressed a rally at Lunawada today. Mr. Irani is scheduled to address a Mahila Sammelan and lead a roadshow in Gandhidham at Kutch today. Congress National Spokesperson Alok Sharma will address a press conference today in Ahmedabad, while other leaders of the party, including State President Jagdish Thakur, are campaigning at different places. From Aam Aadmi Party, Punjab CM Bhagwant Mann held roadshows at Limdi and Botar in Saurashtra region to seek votes for the party. With Jitendra Dwivedi, Aparna Khun, AR News, Ahmedabad.
The BJP today came down heavily on Congress over its President Mallikarjun Kharge's alleged objectionable remark on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Talking to media in New Delhi, party spokesperson Sambit Patra described the comment as an insult to the people of Gujarat. He alleged that the comment had the approval of senior Congress leaders Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. Mr. Kharge had made the comment during a rally in Gujarat. The world's first intranasal vaccine, Incovac, has received approval for COVID booster doses from Drugs Controller General of India, DCGI. Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh today said India is showing the way in COVID care under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He congratulated the Department of Biotechnology for developing and getting DCGI's approval for the vaccine. A bust of Mahatma Gandhi will be inaugurated at the United Nations during India's presidency of the UN Security Council next month. It will be inaugurated on 14th December during External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar's visit to the UN for India's presidency of the Council for the month. It will be placed in the expansive north lawns of the UN headquarters. The bust, a gift from India, will be the first Gandhi sculpture that will be installed in the UN headquarters. China has tightened security with heavy police deployment in several cities, including Beijing and Shanghai, where thousands of people took part in protests in the past few days. They are protesting against harsh COVID-19 curbs, lockdowns, restrictions on freedom, and heavy-handed treatment of citizens. China's zero-COVID policy has upended the lives of millions of citizens, hit their employment and incomes, slowed down the economy in the past 3 years. A UN panel has recommended that Australia's Great Barrier Reef be listed as a World Heritage Site that is in danger. It said the world's biggest coral reef ecosystem was significantly impacted by climate change and warming of oceans. The long-awaited report on the 10-day mission, which took place in March, said climate change was presenting a serious challenge to the values that saw the reef inscribed as a global wonder in 1981. Former athlete P.T. Usha has been elected unopposed as the president of the Indian Olympic Association, IOA. She was the lone contender and was elected after no other nominations were filed till the deadline on Sunday. The elections were due to be held in the month of December. Usha is the first woman to occupy the top job at the IOA in its 95-year history, and she is also the first Olympic winner and international medalist to take over the top post. Earlier this year, she was elected as a Member of Parliament in Rajya Sabha. In the FIFA World Cup, Portugal have entered the last 16 stage. They beat Uruguay 2-0 in a Group H match in Qatar last night. Portugal are the third team after France and Brazil to qualify for the last 16 stage. Brazil became the second team to qualify for the knockout stage, beating Switzerland in a Group G match in Doha. Today, Ecuador take on Senegal at 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The South American team is in the second spot, and anything apart from a loss would see them make it to the next round. Senegal will be aiming to bag all 3 points, as that will make it easier for them to finish in the top two. In the day's second match, the Netherlands will lock horns with Qatar at the Al Bayt Stadium. In Group A, the Netherlands are leading with 4 points, whereas Qatar are yet to open their account. India will take on New Zealand in the third and final ODI tomorrow. The match at Hagley Oval in Christchurch will start at 7 a.m. India time. Team India will look to level the series as the visitors lost the opening match by 7 wickets, while the second one was called off due to rain. There is a forecast of scattered showers in Christchurch tomorrow. The U.S. Space Agency NASA's Orion capsule has reached a key milestone on its demonstration mission around the moon. It moved some 430,000 kilometers beyond the Earth yesterday, the furthest any spacecraft designed to carry humans has traveled. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur calls upon media to put accuracy ahead of speed. Inaugurates the 59th Asia-Pacific Broadcasting Union General Assembly. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval highlights the role of ulema in countering radicalization. Campaigning for the first phase of assembly elections in Gujarat to end this evening. Legendary athlete P.T. Usha becomes the first woman president of Indian Olympic Association. And in FIFA World Cup, Ecuador take on Senegal and the Netherlands face Qatar. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website newsonair.gov.in. And with that, we end the Midday News.